Hey everybody, we're here in downtown Oshawa at the Canadian Automotive Museum to check out a whole pile of cool old cars that they have, and in particular Canada's first gas-powered car, Colonel McLaughlin's first car that came off the assembly line, as well as a DeLorean, the same type of DeLorean that they used in Back to the Future, and something called a Magnetorero, which has a fax machine in the glove compartment box. So join us on this episode of Local to the Core. Here we are.
All right, we're at the Canadian Automotive Museum, checking it out for the first time. I think I've driven by this place 100 times. Oh, they have some neat collector items here.
Stuff for kids?
Stuff for kids, stuff for collectors, aficionados. Oh, that's cute. Stuff for the grandkids. This must be the first car that came off of the line at for Colonel Sam McLaughlin's first car. It is too, 1908 Model F. The motor car that started it all.
Built in Oshawa?
It is built in Oshawa, actually. So
at the McLaughlin Carriage Company.
Yeah, I think Michelin's come a long way since these tires. You know what else I noticed about from, movement of time is the size of the back seat in that. That thing looks massive. Yeah. You could have a little party back there.
You could have more kids in your family too back in the day.
Or not. Bricklin. It has gull-wing doors. I always love that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, look. It's got gull-wing doors on it. That's always such a cool feature. Every time I see that, I think of Back to the Future.
Oh, really? Because every time I see something like this car here, I think of Magnum PI.
Oh.
You can totally hear the theme song to Magnum PI right now.
Except we don't have the palm tree here.
Lightning McQueen, come on. Come check this out. Because I love Pixar and Disney, right?
Right, who doesn't?
How cool this is. Like, you almost expect it to start talking. You know what I mean?
I know, right? Where's the accent? So this is pretty exciting, this Ladybird, because Lady Eaton, as in the Eaton's department store, was nicknamed Ladybird, right? So
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
As well.
Yeah, there they are.
This is really cool, especially if you have like family that's coming in from overseas and visiting. Look at this. They have German, Russian, English, of course, Spanish, Mandarin. It's pretty cool. It's a really good idea for all of, the kind of highlight pieces that they have here. Wow.
I don't know anything about this, but I'll tell you the one thing I do. This is how you steer it.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. My God, that's crazy, right?
You're going to have one arm or the other arm that's like...
Popeye.
Oh, you own an Orient buckboard, don't you?
Yes.
How did you tell?
Oh, here you go. For any self-loving Italian, a Bugatti.
Self-loving Italian? Yeah, this is beautiful, eh? I mean, Bugatti. I wonder what this is worth. Hey, Garrett! How much is this Bugatti worth?
The Bugatti?
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask.
Okay, let's say a guy who collects Bugattis.
So that car right there, we're looking at anywhere, probably at low end about $1 million.
$1 million!
Oh, there you go. Just like we were talking about. Back to the Future, gull-wing doors.
I was just going to ask you, what movie does that remind you of?
Back to the Future. 1983 DeLorean. Do you know what's neat too is it's stainless steel, right? See on the side of the car, the windows for the drivers and the passenger side. Tell me that doesn't look like.
In there.
Right in there.
Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, right there.
Tell me that doesn't look like the ideal drive-through window. Pull up to McDonald's, get your Big Mac through your mini window.
When you're really hungry, stop at McDonald's.
So how cool does it say DMC on it too?
Where's that?
Right on the front.
Oh yeah, what does that stand for?
I don't know.
It's not Run DMC.
That's my only answer. Run DMC.
DeLorean Motor Company.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Right.
So this is a 22 speed.
Stand next to it.
All right.
So we can get
the size. It's a beast. I just saw a funny little feature on this. I want to go check it out. Come here. Does that look scary to you? This totally looks scary. Like, do you put the grandbabies in the side of here and just strap them in? Wait,
no,
there's
no strap.
I touched it. There's no strap.
There was a popular term to refer to that seat, and it was called the mother-in-law seat.
Oh. So, Gareth, what is this car called again?
So this is the Magna Vima Torero. It is a concept vehicle that was started production in 1987, made by Magna, which is an Ontario-based company headquartered out near Aurora. The car itself was made from 1987 to 1989.
So it's a concept car.
It is a concept
Yeah.
car. It never went into commercial production.
Let's see inside.
Inside is an amazing car.
I can't wait, I'm sorry.
I want to see Garrett's top 5, man.
Well, let's start with one of them right now.
right.
Inside the
Yes.
car, what you're looking at is a bison leather interior. Now, I love the seats on the car themselves because the front seats actually angle out by about 45 degrees, so you can get into the car without hitting your knees off the steering wheel.
Oh, that's good.
And the back seats there are off-centered as well, so you can actually get into the car without having to adjust the driver's side seat itself. One of the things that I do find quite fascinating are the actual screens in the front and in the back of the car. So they have console screens.
Yeah.
So you can pull up a satellite navigation system on those. If you take a peek in the glove box, this is peak 1980s.
What is that?
That there in the glove box is a fax machine.
Get out of here.
We got the bison
Bison leather.
leather,
Yep.
fax machine,
Fax machine in the glove box.
cameras,
Cameras.
and we're on number 4.
Now we're at number 4.
Okay.
The number 4 for this is the 8.1 liter engine on it. So this car, believe it or not, doesn't look like much at first glance, but this car has 532 horsepower for the 1980s. Number 5 has to be the inspiration for this car. So Magna is known for building car parts. The whole inspiration for this car was just to prove a point. There was some sort of dispute. Magna was trying to refute the idea that they only make parts. They wanted to show that they can make the car themselves. And so to prove that point, they spent that $10 million to build this car just to say, we can do it too.
$10 million. Nah.
Basically, right? It is a super cool car, though. So I'm so glad that you shared that with us, Gareth.
Moving on.
There's so much to see here, right?
There is, and look, even there's things back there.
Yeah, like we're just kind of rolling through it pretty quick because we're excited and we want to see a bunch of stuff. But for somebody who's into cars, you could literally make like half a day to a full day out of this.
Oh, for sure.
And for families who have kids, I mean, just to expose them to this, I mean, you could totally come down here, spend an hour with the kids, and then you could go from here and just like go up the street for lunch and make like a half day out of it.
Yeah, there's so many good restaurants in downtown Oshawa now. Like almost every cuisine you could imagine.
I love the color of this car.
So do I.
No, this car.
Oh, this car.
Yeah.
Take a look at all the seats. Think of how many people have sat in there and just the detailing on the wood. If you look at the door, do you see all those little details etched in the wood?
And look at the like the inlaid wood.
I know,
stuff
it's
on
so
here.
cool.
Okay, let's go upstairs.
Okay. I love that they have an upstairs.
I know, right?
Make all the money, or why
This
would you let whoever make all the money?
Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so a Chevy snowmobile. Come and look at the side wheels. It's like a tank.
Yeah.
It's super cool in the back here. Complete with big fuzzy blanket to stay warm. Of course, there's no roof on this thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a little bit nippy, but it's just so neat. You know it's not getting stuck anywhere.
Yeah, that thing's not getting stuck.
Yeah, it's a beast.
REO
No
speed
way.
delivery. Also of note is the pronunciation of the vehicle's name, which is as one word, Rio. The rise to prominence of the band REO Speedwagon in the late 70s and 80s has led many people to believe that the letters are pronounced individually, REO, which is not the case. Did REO Speedwagon
Name it
name
after
their band? Hey Siri, what was the band REO Speedwagon named after?
The answer I found is REO Speedwagon.
Yes.
That is what they named
REO
it after.
Speedwagon was
cool.
named after this vehicle.
An amphicar. So anybody who's ever been to Walt Disney World or downtown
Oh, yeah.
Disney, what do they call it now?
Disney Springs.
Right. Anybody who's been at the Springs in Orlando has probably seen that you can rent these things for an hour.
I think they're like $80.
Something like
like
that.
US.
Yeah.
So 100
Maybe close to $100 or
Yeah.
something for like half of an hour.
Yeah.
But how cool is this? Because it's got a propeller in the back. It's car, meets fish. Yeah, like car meets boat.
With a flick of a switch, it becomes a boat. It's the new Amphicar.
Yes.
Even the inside, everything's protected, of course, because you don't want splish splash and it wrecks all of your interior, right? But I love absolutely everything about this car. The end of the road, what will I do? Drive in the lake? Sure, no problem. So they have some fun little interactive things that you can do while you're here. I don't want to show all of them to you, but this one's really fun because it gets hot. It gets hot. And it has all these cool different kind of taillights and headlights and fun things. Who doesn't like to touch things, right? Especially when you're in a museum and you can't touch much. But look at the tail light. That one I loved.
Whoa.
Can you feel the heat?
It's literally instant heat.
I know, like suntan while I'm here.
You can absolutely suntan from this.
I know, this is awesome. This one I don't have the strength to do. I tried, but there, I can get
yeah, you got
it. There you go.
Oh my God, I forgot his name.
Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Greg.
That's like 3 times
You know
now.
what? It's because he had his thing.
Oh,
Upside down.
I wanted to
It's
call.
not your fault.
I was trying to call him Gerg. Greg, tell us a little bit about this awesome piece of history right here.
Well, this is the Fossmobile tribute car, and this was recently donated by the grandson of George Foot Foss, Ron Foss, and his family. George Foot Foss was actually a bicycle mechanic, and he took the plans for a combustion engine from Scientific America, which was a magazine at the time, to try and build a combustion engine.
Can you imagine too, he's sitting there, he's reading Scientific American magazine.
Right.
He's like, wow, these things look cool. I can do that.
Yeah.
Sounds like Elon Musk, but
Yeah,
back
right.
in 1890.
Right.
And all the motions of the vehicle could be run from up here. The engine is in this little unit right here in the front. And one of the little insights we had from Ron Foss, which is the grandson of George Foot Foss, is he believes that if you see in the pictures this is up, well, this is the engine. He believes that this probably was the heater, an impromptu heater. So the engine was running, there was heat coming off it, so you didn't freeze.
Right.
Because you're sitting right up here in the elements. So if you drive this in winter, in Quebec winters, which are far worse than ours, you would like a little bit of heat on your feet. That was to start the vehicle. So you pull it, think
it's
of
a
it like
lawnmower.
your lawnmower. Yeah.
So where's the brake? Oh, the brake would be up here.
Yeah, it's one.
Right.
I don't even know if it had a
Steering.
brake. I don't believe it even had a brake.
Really?
To be honest with you, yeah.
It's a one-way trip
It's a
everywhere
one-way
you go.
trip.
Well, thanks so much,
No
Greg, for
problem.
sharing that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
It's so great and cool to see this here. Right
Yes,
at
and
the-
thanks to the Foss family for having it here at the Canadian Automotive Museum.
Right.
Well, that was totally fun.
It was.
I had a great time.
Me too.
What did you think?
I loved it. You know what? I learned a lot of stuff too. The staff here is amazing. They know so many things. You know what? I can't wait to bring somebody here with me because it's so much fun.
And you know what? The other thing too is like you're right downtown, so there's so many amazing other places to go and grab a bite to eat after.
I am hungry, actually, by the way.
And on that note, I think we're gonna go grab something ourselves. So that's it for this episode of Local to the Core. Join us next time where we're somewhere else in Oshawa doing something amazing.